Ashay. Something light. Don't want to wake the neighbors up. It is still early. Good morning, everyone. I feel great. It's a solar eclipse. Well, it's about to be a solar eclipse tonight at 11 p.m. to be exact. Eastern Standard Time. Grand Rising, Nina. Peace to you. I feel great. I feel great. I feel wonderful. If you're feeling down, the energy is low. Let's explain what's happening astrologically. Let's try to build that thing up. Because we got the moon conjunct the sun, creating a solar eclipse down over in Australia. I've been getting a lot of love from Australia too. So peace to Australia, all the Aborigines and the like. Peace and love from over here in Ohio. We are the same thing. But I just want to say peace to all the souls, all the spirits, all of the energy that's just taking place. That's just like radiated and rising to the surface. I was just looking at a lot of different stuff. And I got a lot of things to say, but I gotta kind of just throw it all out the way and let spirit do its thing. So we're gonna talk about this solar eclipse. What's gonna happen today? Like I said, it takes place at 11 p.m. It's gonna happen at 20 degrees Cancer, and it's kind of like a full moon the way that it opposes Pluto, because Pluto sits at exactly 20 degrees in Capricorn. So it's like a new moon, solar eclipse slash full moon, where things will begin to manifest, things will begin to transform, and a lot of this will happen throughout the day and then into the dream world. So why would you be drained? Why would you be tired? Why would you have low energy? Because of the abundance of feminine energy. When we discuss feminine energy, we're really talking about on a macro level, we're talking about serotonin. And serotonin happens when we're sleeping. And we're sleeping, we have these dreams and we have all of this intuition and healing too. You ever go to sleep hurt and wake up healed, or wake up tired and wake up refreshed? Because when we sleep, when serotonin is taking over, we're healing ourselves. So a solar eclipse generally happens throughout the day, and when that feminine energy or that serotonin kicks in, we're drained, we're tired, we want to take a nap. Nothing wrong with taking a nap, nothing wrong with taking a breather or some meditation or getting away from this physical masculine world. But if you are drawn and attached to the masculine world and things of that nature, then none of this thing really applies, even if you want it to apply, because you're too attached to the physical masculine world. So we want to be open to feminine energy. We want to take a nap. You're not drained, you're not low. You just need to take a break from all the bullshit and recharge, reset, understand your energy, and understand that this world is going to just be this goddamn world. Your energy is coming online. And are you going to log on, or are you going to just continue to use the rotary dial telephone? We have a real live internet connection, dealing with the satellites, dealing with the planets. When we If you want to fully understand Pluto, and its connection to us on an individual level, please check out my video, Pluto Explained. I go into Pluto in full detail. But that's opposing this solar eclipse. So, like I said, when we deal with oppositions, it's an either or type of feeling that we are approached with during the day. Should we transform, or should we still connect to the mundane regular world? And it's either or, but I'm here to tell you ain't no such thing as either or. It's only one thing. In your normal waking life is that transformation. All of the shit that you was afraid to do, all of the people that you were afraid to talk to, all of the girls that you were afraid to say hi to, all of the guys that you were afraid to say hi to. Look, reality is what reality is to you, and you need to begin to express that, or else it's going to be imposed on you. And the world is changing, the world is shifting. And don't be so obtuse to think that because you read a book that you're enlightened in some way, but you did not put any action into it. So it all has to be one thing. And in order for it to be that one thing, you have to detach from this physical world, because the physical world will throw a lot of confusion your way. Since it is Thursday, we brought a Batalo out, and we want to discuss Jupiter because this energy is actually trining Jupiter, which we want to discuss expansion, the concept of expansion. Now, if I ask you, do you want to expand? I'm sure you would naturally say yes. And then if I asked you how you felt, you probably would say like shit, or I'm tired. So if we're going to expand, we need to be clear emotionally. And the reason why I'm repeating myself from video is because that's what I have to do. I'm not going to sit here and talk about different shit every day. No, I'm going to remind you that you planted a seed and you got to continue to water it, or else you're going to just be thinking that it's a Jay-Z song and it's on to the next one. But spirituality does not work like that. This is something that I've invested time and energy day after day after day after day after day after day for years. And I'll do this shit. I'm young, but trust me, I'll be here 78 talking this shit. So understand that it's not a fad, it is not a phase, it is not a trend. If this shit is popular, I couldn't even put it in words. The For people to be popularizing spirituality and not really doing the actual work. I don't even have a an analogy to explain the tragedy in that. For a person who's dedicated his life, like I would do this live if I had one viewer. You know, I don't do it for popularity. So generally, if you're on this channel and you're into spirituality, there has to be some form of incorporation, or else this is just simply masturbation, and we don't want that. When we're talking about expanding, we want to fully expand what is our emotional frequency. And if we are letting our external stimuli control our emotional frequency, then we're doing it wrong. We have to control our emotional frequency first. And from that point, you control your material reality. This is very big to understand. You have the power, you have the ability, but of course, I was thinking about that. So you you have the ability to really heal yourself, to really expand yourself by understanding astrology and then understanding it how it relates to your human body. We discussed all of this, your hippocampus, your pineal gland, your skin. All of this is explained in astrology. And how are you going to incorporate the shit as opposed to simply trying to make your external life better. You figure the more you know about astrology, the better your life will be. No, the more you learn about yourself, the better your life would be. Astrology is just a tool, it is just a hammer. What the fuck is a hammer? I needed to build a house, but never would I say, thank you, hammer, for building this house. That wouldn't make any sense. Everything is about you and your vision. And these are just tools and applications that we can get to accomplishing your vision. I assume that everybody here has goals and dreams and aspirations in life outside of astrology, tarot, and spirituality. These are just simple tools and how you use them. So I just want to be clear on that. There's a lot of energy here within you that is rising to the surface. When I was looking at my channel and I was looking at the titles of the new moon and full moons videos, it was like Rise of Lazarus and Rise of the Black Madonna. But I did that unconsciously, but then I'm really like, well, shit, this energy is rising up in us. And what the fuck are we doing about it? Are we commenting on the news? Are we commenting on reality about how fucked up the president is? Or are we focusing on our internal rising of spiritual ancestral energy that is real, that is outside of all intelligentsia, outside of any books that can be written by man, that we can begin to put out in the world like the ancestors? And this is what I want to do. And I want people in my life that want to do this too, that want to create new and creative and original things based upon our spirit rising. Man, I know people like this. Go on Instagram, go and search ZDDL. Just search for it and look at that woman's clothes. These are the type of people that I talk to. Instagram, ZDDL. Ladies, ZD as in David, D as in David, L as in Larry. Google search that and Instagram and then comment on this video and tell me how fire her products are. And this is what and she just started. She's just a year into her craft. So I'm looking for people like that, man. But everything is connected. So we're just gonna go into this tarot, and I'm gonna have the list of all of the cards in here if it's not there already. Sometimes they kick me off, but I'll have the list of everything of what cards I put and actually the deck that I'm using. I got a request, and I also want to say if you have any requests or anything of the like that you want me to do on this channel, please email me, message me, donate to my Patreon page because this is for y'all. Like I don't do this for myself. So I need to know what's interesting to y'all or what y'all interested in. So the first card is the Priestess card. And the Priestess card is really a Hebrew letter called Gamel. And if you do the etymology on Gamel, Gamel just means benefactor, like Jupiter, like Obatala. And so understanding the benefactor or the gift that is being bestowed on you is simply from feminine forces or the moon. And so, understanding the feminine energy that is being bestowed upon you, you have to be open to receive it. And this is just spiritual gifts that's coming online. And understand that these cards are picked at random. The next card that we're talking about is the moon. And understanding the moon is understanding going that unforbidden path, going into the unknown, understanding that spirituality wants to bestow its gifts, but its gifts have nothing to do with this idealized, egoic centered life that you've been creating for yourself. And so you may have to go in the unknown path. You may have to quit your damn job because millions of people have already quit in their jobs and already have a head start on you of creating the life that they want to lead. But you are still trying to be in this damn rat race and you trying to figure out what's wrong with you. You're trying to figure out why you're so tired every day, why you can't get your dreams across, because you are selling your soul for a few dollars. Princess of Sword. You are fighting a battle. If you look at this young lady closely, behind her is an altar that she's defending. But if she was to turn around and look and see that all of her artifacts, everything that she's fighting for, is no longer there, that altar is empty. It's important that you create a new altar. How do you create that new altar? Change. The two of this. Expanding outside of your normal routine. That's change. That's real change. Expanding outside of your normal routine. If you think you're expanding because you got this nice routine down, you are just serenading yourself to hell, or having a sweet seductive prison. You have to always challenge yourself. Always challenge yourself. Always test your limits. Just I'm not talking to people who are not spiritual, who are not trying to understand themselves spiritually. If you are trying to make it in life, work a 9 to 5, and just be okay with shit, this conversation is not for you. It's not. Power, the fourth disc. When we speak about power, we speak about a bridge to the other side, or having a bridge, or having a way where there is no way, and creating that for ourselves, as opposed to simply just being comfortable with the way life is, but not really being comfortable because your emotions are fucked up. And so, since your emotions are fucked up, tapping into the solar eclipse energy, man, it sounds good. That would be dope to tap into my spiritual ancestral energy, but I'm too worried about my baby daddy. So I'm gonna have to work. When is the next solar eclipse? Okay, maybe next year, Hood Mystic. Maybe next year. And good talk. The Fool finally. Starting over. New beginnings. Air. Idealizing a life outside of your normal, regular routine. And letting that feminine energy wash upon you, and knowing what's happening, or feeling or not believing in anything that I'm talking about, and not understanding anything that I'm talking about, and just continuously to live your everyday normal pathway. Those are all options. But when we speak about psychological help, it's like, that's interesting. That's cool. I like your videos, things of that nature. But what I'm actually talking about is healing your soul, because I know when you heal your soul, your all of your existential problems, they tend to work themselves out, because 9 times, 10 times out of 10, the problem is always you and your inner programming and your inner dialogue, based upon having a fragmented soul, and then having a fragmented soul, but thinking that you're one person and that you're doing one thing. But ultimately, through your day, you're trying to serve all of these fragmented pieces of yourself. And so you're actually 10 people, based upon you not being whole and unifying yourself. So this is what I do every day. Uh, just wanted to give you an update on the channel, what's going on. I ordered a camera yesterday. So I want to thank everybody for the donations, because outside of just living to pay rent and things of that nature, I live a real life. I have a real normal existence. So if I'm asking for donations to upgrade this thing so I can come through with the mic, and the camera can be HD and all of that, I needed help on that, and everybody came through. So I just really want to appreciate everybody for supporting the channel, supporting the content, and actually giving me purpose and making me feel good about my life. Uh, Based upon the feedback that people give me in the inquiries and readings and things of that nature. So even if you inquired and things wasn't right, you can always reacquire or talk to me. If I respond in a way that don't sound right, just respond back, and we can have that build, or we can have that exchange. But everything that's being done, everything that's being said, every message that was being conveyed was out of pure love and out of pure understanding. And I really want you guys to really Empower yourself going through this solar eclipse as opposed to just treating it like a normal day, like nothing is happening. Do something big, set a ritual, set an intention, set a vibration that you want to carry from now into this next 6 months. You know why? Because if you don't set that intention for yourself, then somebody's going to set that intention for you, and it might be good. It might be not. It might not be good. Take control of your own power. Take control of your own emotional vibrational frequency. And I've been talking for 20 minutes. I've been kind of long-winded, but it is a special day, so I want everybody to take it as such, treat it as such. So once again, from the deep depths of my heart, much love. It's the Hood Mystic. Check me out at www.hoodmystic.com. The email is hoodmystic@gmail.com. And if even $1, $5 you want to donate to my channel, that address is paypal.me/the Hood Mystic. Much love. Y'all have a wonderful day. Peace.